to sell me Comcast over time because I live over by BC. But I found the best way to thwart a canvasser is to ask them about a different, similarly minded organization. Like if somebody's like, hey, do you have a second for Greenpeace? And you're like, no, but do you know where the Peace Corps offices are? They will fly into a fury so quickly. I tried that in DC, and this woman was just yelled at me. She's from Greenpeace, and she's like, you're gonna go join the Peace Corps? And I'm like, not with that kind of attitude. And she was like, what? I'm like, I'm already gone. I just ran away. Just mentioned the existence of another NGO. This next comedian I see all the time in my neighborhood, walking different dogs. And I know that he's either really good at his job and paying attention to the dogs, or stoned out of his mind, because every time I pulled up next to him and I've been like, hey Tiny, it's nice to see you, and every time he just looks down at the dog as if it just said something. Give a warm welcome to the stage, the delightful, delightful dude, Tiny!
Greatest intro ever, Owen Linders, huh? Give it up! Let's fucking party! The thing about leaving the house without underwear on is if your zipper accidentally slides down for any reason, you're immediately a sex offender. I was just stoned on laundry day. I don't know what happened with that. Like Owen said, I live in Brighton. I like it a lot, actually. When I'm hanging out on my stoop, I get a chance to say the phrase, I don't really speak your language, but help yourself to all of my recycling. That killed in the back. Someone is peeing on themselves back there. In their defense, their English is better than my Mandarin, so I shouldn't make fun. I live with two women, which is nice. I enjoy them both. I spend a lot of time removing hair out of the shower drain and hearing about how my life should improve. So that's fun. I love them a lot, though. I think it's for many reasons, friendship, but beyond that, I've lived with a lot of shitty roommates. Craigslist, it's no bueno, as we all know. The worst situation I had on Craigslist was when I recruited a heroin addict to live with me. Now, I tried to be cool about it, which, for those who know, you can't be cool about a heroin addict living in your house. I remember the final conversation we had, I said, pick your spoon, buddy. Just pick your spoon. You're burning every single spoon in the house. Like, show some addiction shame, at least. Like, hide your spoon under the sock drawer. Every fucking spoon is burnt. You know? That's just funny, but it's true, too. I went to get an STD test the other day. I find this is the best way to have a panic attack for 2 months in a row. My doctor said, have you had unprotected sex since your last test? And I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, who uses condoms? That's funny because it's true. Then he said, have you had any anonymous partners since your last test? And I was like, well, yeah. And then he said, well, how many anonymous partners have you had since your last test? And I was like, fucking hey, stop the slut shaming. Let's just give me a test. The answer will tell you if what I did was wrong or I need to make a lot of Tinder connections again and reach out and tell these people that I fucked up. When you end dark, you end. Oh, wait. How long do I have? 30 seconds?
30 seconds, yeah.
Let's take two questions. Quick ones. You, sir.
I didn't have a question.
No, it's okay. Make one up.
Yeah. Have you been to St. Louis? I guess that's kind of cool.
I have.
Okay, yeah.
As the unfunny joke goes, I played in St. Louis, Missouri, and all I got was this shitty T-shirt. It was a very big club. The club, if you've ever played a really big room, there was like it's called the Firebird in St. Louis, Missouri. It holds about 500 people. Doug Stanhope played the night before. Afroman played after my band, and we drew 2 people. When you play to 2 people in a room that holds 500, it is painful. Okay, that's my time. Thank you for listening. Over to you.